You can see right out the door here, the harbor. Well, this was the first place that these Irish immigrants, particularly the young women who would consider Watson House their home.
We're looking at my grandmother's trunk there, and that's what she brought from Ireland in 1900.
New York City Irish historian Maureen Murphy says her grandmother lived at Watson House.
They are people who came to America and made an enormous contribution.
Watson House plays a central role in understanding Irish history here in New York City. The building, which opened in 1885, still stands on State Street in Lower Manhattan.
From the 1850s on, they came here knowing that they would be safe.
Once a boarding house, it offered food, shelter, and job placement to tens of thousands of young, unmarried Irish Catholic women who left their families in Ireland to travel by steamship to New York City in the late 1800s.
The hustle and bustle of 19th century New York must have been overwhelming and terrifying.
Catholic priests often met the ships to make sure the women made it to Watson House safely.
And there were some people here who were ready to take them in and help them and comfort them, and others were ready to take advantage of them.
Father Brian McWeeny is the director of the Office of Ecumenical and Interreligious Affairs for the Archdiocese of New York.
Oh, the church was very important. The Mass was the center of their lives in Ireland. The priest was the well-educated man of the town. When they came here, the church took on that role of protector very easily.
The Irish immigrants in the 19th century really began coming in large numbers, fleeing the devastating effects of the potato famine, what's also known as the Great Famine, the Great Hunger.
Married couples might end up living here in a tenement on the Lower East Side. The Tenement Museum has preserved a fifth-floor walk-up apartment at 97 Orchard Street.
Hundreds of thousands of Irish immigrants landed here in New York, and many of them stayed, so much so that by 1860, 25% of the city's population is Irish-born.
David Favaloro is the director of curatorial affairs at the Lower East Side Tenement Museum.
Irish immigrants, largely arrived unskilled.
He says these newcomers from Ireland literally helped shape New York City at the turn of the century.
Most Irish men who arrived in the mid-19th century found jobs on construction, doing sort of, manual labor.
Laying bricks for the new Empire State Building and helping to build the Brooklyn Bridge. These Irish immigrants also became heavily involved in politics, leading them to municipal jobs in the fire and police departments.
The Irish become, in some ways, really the kind of the grassroots of the Democratic Party political machine.
The Tenement Museum recreates the 350-square-foot home of Joseph and Bridget Moore, who lived here in the 1860s.
This building, 97 Orchard, was built in 1863 without any indoor running water, any indoor toilets.
These newcomers also faced struggles with discrimination. Some classified ads at the time reading, "No Irish need apply."
This is the East Side. It was a lot of tenement buildings, a lot of immigrants. People were just getting by.
Irish pubs are also a central figure in Irish history here in New York City. Irish-American families had tight living quarters. The Irish pub actually functioned as an extended living room, but for the men only at the time. It was a place to gather, network for jobs, socialize, or just reminisce about home in Ireland. McSorley's Old Ale House is one of the oldest Irish pubs in Manhattan. It opened in 1854 by Irish immigrant John McSorley, and it's still operating today.
The history of McSorley's has always been light and dark ale and no women.
A court battle forced the bar to allow women by 1970. Now, a woman runs it. Teresa Mayer de la Haba inherited the pub from her father.
Nothing really changes here unless we have to, unless it's forced upon us.
The bar is also still home to those who are new to this country.
It's basically walking into a country pub back home with no music, no TVs. Everyone comes in here, they share tables, they want to get to know everyone beside them. Very little social media here in McSorley's. You get to sit beside somebody random and get to learn something new about a complete stranger.
Bartender Shane Buggy left Ireland right after college to come work here. He says it's still a favorite watering hole for anyone with a thirst for nostalgia.
It's the most historic bar you'll ever walk into for what we have on the walls and what we represent, and it's just a privilege to live here and work for a family that are just another great Irish family that moved over and a great success story out of Ireland.
Another family with roots in Ireland that has been here in New York City for generations is my own. I'm here on West 95th Street outside of Brownstone that my grandmother grew up in. Her father, my great-grandfather, Dr. Albert Scully, emigrated from Ireland in the late 1800s. He was the youngest of 9 children. They had a family farm in Ireland, and once he got settled here in the city, he wrote a letter back and said, "I won't be returning. I like New York City just fine." Sharon, Crowley, Fox 5 News.